Yo, what's up guys? Today we're gonna go through 10 unique combos and synergies of tools and crests when used together. Alright, let's start with the first one. The first one would be Claw Mirror or Mirrors. You get these from fighting Tropio and the other version of him, which both spawn in the same place, which become the Claw Mirrors. Now, any Witch Crest user will notice the synergy with these two immediately, because what Witch Crest ability does is when you heal, it will spawn a bunch of tentacles, and when the tentacles hit, it will heal you on top of the damage. Now what this does is, when combined with a mirror, it adds a ton of damage on top of your heals. It would look something like this. Straight up one-shots that guy. Alright, next up we have the Injector Band and the Multi-Binder. Now anyone will notice these synergies immediately. Alright, now what this does is it allows you to heal for 4 hearts at almost the same speed as you usually would. It would look something like this, equivalent to if you healed without the injector band, it would look something like this. This is the healing without the injector band with the multi-binder. As you can see, it's much slower. Alright, next up on the list we have the Spool Extender plus the Reverse Bind. What these two actually do while combined together, it will add double heal on top of the extra bind, which adds it up to 3 heals at once. So if you want to go into a boss super prepared, you can go into it with maximum of 3 heals at once. It will look something like this, where you can get 1, 2, and even a 3rd heal in. Now let me know what you guys think about this one. Was this something you already knew, or did you guys just learn this new combo synergy? I think it's really cool. Triple healing in a fight seems very strong to me. Let me know what you guys think. Alright, next up we have the Flint Slate and Flea Brew. What these two will do is one will buff the weapon and the other will buff the attack speed. It will look something like this, where you just end up attacking super fast with a lot of damage output. This is probably one of my favorite combos in here at the moment. It does a ton of damage and it's really strong. Next up we have our absolute favorite, the Poison Pouch with the Architect and all weapons. Now this is probably one of the nastiest builds you can ever have in the game at the moment. It will look something like this, where you have Poison with Architect along with Cogfly Tacks. Now all of these are just a combo in itself. You can combo Cogfly with Pollip Pouch, really strong. Tacks with Pollip Pouch, also really strong. Now I've made a bunch of builds on these specifically, where it absolutely goes and shreds through bosses, but you basically get the point. You chuck a bunch of Cogflies in, you chuck Tacks, and then you recharge them with your special ability with the Architect Crest. These are probably one of the funnest builds I've played with. It's very cheesy and very strong. So if you guys enjoyed this, make sure to check out my YouTube video where we go more in depth into this build. Next up we have the Shaman Crest and Weave Light. Now the reason why these two specifically and not Shaman and Volt Filament, which also work together really well, but I want to emphasize Weave Light really quick because Weave Light gives you an extra bar of regen. What this does is it will make you charge up to 4 silk slots on the top left, as you see there. And this will make you able to cast infinite abilities. This is probably one of the strongest combos in the game, and it's really strong with a Shaman Crest. Now another thing I want to emphasize about this combo is that if you chuck in a Volt Filament, which increases damage per hit on all abilities, this could go up to a really strong build. We actually made a build about this not too long ago if you guys want to check it out. It's a really fun build, where you have infinite abilities, a stupid amount of damage because of the Volt Filament buff, on top of the Shaman buff on skill attacks, and you have infinite skill abilities. This is just absolutely amazing. If you guys have not checked this out, I really recommend you guys check it out, as it's probably one of the most fun builds I've played. Alright, next up we're gonna have a Silk Speed Anklet and Thief's Mark, on top of the regen from Weave Light. Now what this will do This will enable you to farm money a lot. Yes, we do have a farm build in here, or a farm synergy. These three combined will basically make you have infinite sprint on top of your money farm with Thieves Mark. It will look something like this, where you're just continuously sprinting, super speed, as much as you're farming. As you can see there, my sprint is almost never running out. Look at the top left. I have infinite sprint, and when I go for mob farming, I love running these three together, as this will give me a very efficient and fast money farm. Now, why I like these exactly is because Silk Speed gives you a ton of speed, Thief's Mark gives you increased Rosary farm, and Weavelight gives you speed of silk regeneration. Therefore, those three make a really nice combo when it comes to farming, as you can see here. Alright, now next up we have the Plasmium Phial plus the Architect. What this will do, it will allow you to enter an interesting new state that you guys have probably never seen before, where you have infinite regen. Basically, the whole point of this build is to spam the blue shards to enter this phase right here. What this does is, I will show you really quick, I'm gonna go to a mob, is if you get hit, you will pretty much have infinite regen no matter what. It will continuously heal throughout the whole entire game until you sit on a bench or fast travel. Now, I've hid away a little Ascendant Grip tool here that also works really well with this combo. Combined with these two, it will basically make you able to hang onto walls infinitely while you sit there on heal. In some certain bosses, this is actually really cheesy and very fun to use, where you can just sit like this and just wait for your HP bar to passively regen, while the boss can do absolutely nothing about it. Now this works on very specific certain bosses, it doesn't work on all of them, but when it works, it does work. And for the last extra one, it's Wispfire and Weavelight. As we've mentioned before, Weavelight does increase silk regen, Wispfire takes silk to be used, and spawn in a Wispfire that attacks mobs. So with these two combined, you will pretty much have infinite Wispfire as such, and it will permanently keep regening, and it will go on and to burn the enemy. Now this might not be the most useful one due to you needing silk to regen, but it's definitely on the list for a reason. It is a combo and it still has its uses in certain scenarios. And it's like a little grim. I hope you guys enjoyed this little video on the little combos here and there that you might have not noticed. And if you guys are interested in some of the builds that we've made with these interesting combos, I do have a bunch of builds on my channel, so if you're interested, make sure to go ahead and take a look at that, as I have some great builds for Shaman Crests, for Architect, for the Witch, and we're looking to make more on the channel of builds for the Beast, Reaper, and Hunter. I'm pretty sure I made one for the Wanderer as well, where it works really well. So if you guys are interested, make sure to go check out those builds, and make sure to sub and like for more. I appreciate you guys. Much love. See you guys in the next video.